Hi, thanks for cooking with Chef Cutiepie. Today we're making arroz con gandules and chuletas, which is yellow rice, pigeon peas, and pork chops. Oh! Here we have our ingredients for our arroz con gandules. 2 cups of short grain white rice, about 3 tablespoons of canola oil. We have 1 can of gandules or pigeon peas, 4 ounces of tomato sauce, and about 2 tablespoons of sofrito. We also have 1 envelope of sazon Goya with culantro y achote. This is what makes your rice yellow. So I have the pot on a high flame, and I put in the 3 tablespoons of oil. We're going to put in the sofrito. The package of sazon, and we're going to let that get a little bit of flavor and cook out a bit. When you hear the sizzle and you smell all of the flavors coming out, then we can add the tomato sauce and the gandules. Para ponerle sabor a un buen fiestón. Y una bichuelita bien guisa y un aguacatón como un melón. Y una bichuelita bien guisa y un aguacatón como un melón. Y unos guineitos y unos cuchipitos para picar. Y después que le pongan salsa. We're going to be adding a total of about 16 ounces of water. Once your mixture is boiling, we can then add the rice. Now our gandules, sofrito, and tomato sauce are all at a rolling boil. We're going to add the rice slowly. Now, this is going to sound very homemade, but if you let the rice pile up, you should see about this much rice on top in the same exact spot, or a little bit less, about half of this circle. That's how you know that you added a good amount. And then you stir. So through this, you should still be able to see the rice in some spots, which is how you want it. You want to make sure the rice is evenly distributed on the bottom, but you can still see it through the water and the tomato sauce. Now you're going to lower this to the lowest flame on your stove and cover it. Now remember not to touch it too much because then it will get mushy. Now that we have the rice cooking, we're going to start with the meat, which today is our pork chops. We have a 6-pack of bone-in, thinly sliced pork chops. We'll be frying it in canola oil, seasoning it with sazon, again the one with culantro y achote, some ground black pepper, some oregano flakes, some garlic powder, and for a tiny bit of a kick, a tiny bit of cayenne pepper. So now we're going to season the pork chops. I rinsed them lightly just in water and a little bit of lemon juice and tried to get out as much water as possible. Now just layer the pork chops one on top of each other. Please remember to wash your hands frequently when you're dealing with meat. After I washed my pork chops out with the water and lemon, I put the bowl to the side and wash my hands with an antibacterial soap. Now that I've seasoned them and I've tossed them all together, I'm going to wash my hands again with some antibacterial soap, and then we can put them to cook. Here I've put enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. Now you'll know it's hot enough when it starts to stir quickly when you give it a swirl. So now we're going to take our pork chops, place them one by one in the oil so that they can cook.
Y una bichuelita bien guisa, y un aguacatón como un melón. Y una bichuelita bien guisa, y un aguacatón como un melón. Y unos guineitos, y unos cuchipitos para picar. Y después que le pongan salsa, le pongan salsa, le pongan salsa pa' mojar, que le pongan salsa. Señora, yo quiero que le pongan salsa.
You can cover it now so the oil doesn't pop with a piece of foil. I like to turn the foil up a bit because you still want the vapor to escape and not cause any condensation that'll make your oil get cold. Now it's time to stir our rice. Make sure you let the water run off of your pot lid so that it doesn't mess up your stove. As you can see, all the gandules are on top and the rice is looking very nice and bright yellow. We just want to give it a quick stir, as quick as possible, but being sure to get down to the bottom of the pot. Now this is the part that Hispanics love, that's called the pigeon. So you want to make sure to leave a tiny bit of rice on the bottom. Makes a protective coat against the heat. Make sure your gandules are evenly distributed and that again, you're getting all the way around the pot. And evening out your rice again.
Y después que le pongan salsa, salsa sabrosa, le pongan salsa, ahí te la bien borotota, pongan salsa pa' mojar, que le pongan salsa, de la que toca gran combo, que le pongan salsa, traigan mofongo, le pongan salsa, y si no mondongo, pongan salsa pa' mojar, que le pongan salsa, buen arroz con gandules, pongan salsa, su carne mecha, le pongan salsa, luego chacucha, le pongan salsa pa' mojar, que le pongan salsa, hambre, después que le pongan salsa, de comerme un pollo frito, pongan salsa, con guaguito y guineíto, pongan salsa pa' mojar, que le pongan salsa. A comer.
This rice took a total of about 30 minutes to cook. Here you have a plate of arroz con gandules and chuleta, a typical Puerto Rican dish. Thank you for spending half an hour with me today and preparing this meal. You can serve this with a side of salad, mixed vegetables, or my favorite, tostones with mojo. That's on the episode soon to come.
A mí me gusta el chivo con vino y el pescado con jugo de limón, con pimienta y orégano.